everyone, welcome to episode 8 of the Film Room. Today we're looking at part 2 of the art of scoring in the pick and roll. So a primary on-ball defender, when they're guarding in a ball screen, they're either chasing the ball handler over or they're going under the screen. And today we're breaking down how when the on-ball defender goes under the screen, as a guard using the pick and roll, you need to be able to knock down the three-point shot off the bounce. So I call it a hide behind concept. So anytime the primary on-ball defender goes under, what I talk a lot about with my players when I'm working with them in pick and roll action is you want to obviously be able to set up, before you come off the level of the screen, but you also want to be able to make a read before the level of the screen so you know what you're going to do next. So Cade Cunningham starts to come off the level, on-ball defender goes under, and then again he's just able to stop, set his feet, hips loaded up, and then lifts into the shot on balance. So again, you'll be able to have time to do this, especially if you hide right behind the screen, and that's why I call it a hide behind three, because he comes off, sees the on-ball defender go under, stops, tries to utilize him as a barrier, and you can see what the screener's doing is he's going to rescreen. That would be another option if if you come off, you don't shoot the shot, right? You can always get into a rescreen, especially when the defender goes under. But to be a threat and to force the defense to either change their coverage or just to continue to put pressure on them, you got to be able to knock down this shot at a consistent rate. So Cade Cunningham, good, just hide behind. He's on balance, lifts into the shot. Same thing here for Mann out of Florida. He comes off the level, starts to see his defender go under, and then again, you can recognize, and again, in the moment, right, and where we stop this footage, you can see it's like, why wouldn't he attack to this space? Well, in the moment, you got to be able to make a decision. He decides that 3 is greater than 2, stops, hides behind the screen, and you can see how it takes the on-ball defender a while to get back, because if you go under and the big starts to roll, either that wipes him out or that's going to force the recovery process of that on-ball defender going under. It's going to create a longer route for them to get back. So this is where if you do hide behind the screen and you're just able to stop your feet, get your hips loaded up, feet set, you're going to be able to have time to lift into this shot with a late contest. Same thing here out of triple threat. Again, a good setup with the jab. Starts to come off, another jab, and then again, defender starts to go under. You can see the angle of the screen. It's just going to force a long route for the on-ball defender to get back. And then again, quick point here. These are situations where the screener's defender is not in a hard hedge. He's not showing up the line. They're either in a switch, they're in a soft show, or they're just in a string like this where they just try to string them out, allow time for the on-ball defender to get back. So if it's any of those situations, any of those ball screen coverages, this is where you want to be able to read off the level, be able to get your feet set. Again, all of these players are on balance. They're lifting into their shot in rhythm, and the late contest is not phasing them. Same thing here, under, great shot in rhythm. Same thing here out of the horns action. You can just see how the big starts to level off, just wants to allow her teammate to get under and get back. But again, just plenty of time for these players to be able to get into their shot in rhythm. Last clip here. First screen here. Defender does a nice job to fight over the top. And levels are off. But again, anytime in different situations, right, based on what your offense allows, you can be able to get into a rescreen, and then you just make another read from there. So first one was over the top, doesn't have anything, calls for the rescreen, or just has some type of nonverbal communication, or it's something that the coach has already talked to them about, saying, hey, if you get nothing off the first one, get into a rescreen and try to see if you can get anything off that second screen. And now instead of going over the top, defender decides to go under. And that gives Goodman for Oregon State plenty of time to, again, get your feet set, hips loaded up, ball into that shot pocket, and then lifting on balance into the shot. So you can, again, all these players just are able to make that read as they come off the level. They're able to get their feet set. They utilize that screener as a barrier, and then they're into their shot in rhythm and on balance.